What's going on, you guys? Welcome to my first impressions of Panzer Corps 2, the beta. Now, a lot of us beta. Ugh. What's going on, you guys? Welcome to my first impressions of Panzer Corps 2, the beta. Now, if you ordered Panzer Corps 2 early, I think it was like the Field Marshal edition. Yep, there you go. Field Marshal preview. You got to play Panzer Corps 2 for 48 hours, and I got about like 6 hours left. You know, it's the father life. I don't get much time. Anyway, I wanted to give this another go. I played this in January. I was really impressed, and I wanted to give it another go because they opened up the campaign in this one. So you got Barbarossa now, and they added a lot more scenarios and campaigns and whole bunches of stuff in this one. So yeah, I wanted to get my hands, sink my teeth into this. So let's do Barbarossa. All right. So play Barbarossa center. Must decide where to deploy your forces. I can go north, center, or south. Let's do center. That's where the big action was happening. All right, so I wanted to give you guys just a heads up. I'm very motivated about this game, mainly because, well, I love Panzer Corps 1, and I'm a big fan of Panzer General back in the 90s. So, yeah, I love it. So, I can't wait for the full game to come out. I believe it's March this year. I forgot the exact date, but yeah, it's March of this year this game is coming out. Got my black coffee here, got my game on. It's a beautiful day. You know, to get in the spirits of like Panzer Corps 2 releasing in a few weeks, I want to actually find a really good, I would say, documentary on World War II. Let's just call me Jean. Flexible command. Ooh. I'm a big all-time scat. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I like that. I'll be a master of Blitzkrieg. Can I get 2? Ooh, yeah, I can get 2. Look at that. Oh, I like this. There's a lot of stuff to choose from here, guys. Check this shit out. I don't know. I would probably think, let's do that. It's always good to have. Oh, my weaknesses. Do I have to choose a weakness? So if you choose a weakness, you get another one of these. I don't like having a weakness, so let's just do this. So, oh, that's right. They have this little thing here. It's good to see you return to active service. Okay. And then here are my objectives. Okay, cool. All recon identifies some major fortifications. Defending Brest. Nice, okay. I like that they give you this. It's almost like a mini tutorial. Oh, okay, that's cool. Alright, end briefing. Alright, so one thing I'm going to keep an eye on here is my frame rate. I know this is using the Unity engine, I believe. So the Unity engine is very demanding on resources. A lot of the games I play with Unity require a shit ton of resources. So as you can see, my frame rate is, ooh, it's choppy. It's very choppy. I'm probably going to have to, yeah, I'm definitely going to have to change out some of the settings. Now, just to give you a heads up, some of these units are nice. Look at this. Love the detail. Look at this. Beautiful, man. Models, everything is gorgeous. So I know the further you go out, if you go into this mode, you can see it's going to bump up in a second. There you go. Bumps up to around 30. But yeah, the this graphical thing takes a lot of horsepower, so I'm probably going to change this out and then probably put things on medium. Now, just give you guys a heads up, just in case you're thinking like, man, am I going to be able to play this? I mean, what kind of graphics card am I using, this and that? I'm actually using AMD 560, which is about a mid-range graphics card, and I have an i7, I'm not my i7, I have an Intel 7th generation i5, I think it's a 3 gigahertz processor, so it's quad core. I believe it's a desktop chip. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up, just in case you guys are like, oh, you know what, I'll put anti-aliasing on low. Well, yeah, let's leave that. Okay. So, yeah, it's hovering around the 20s now, which is good, but still, it's not where I want to be. You always, whenever you want to play a game, you always want to play around 30. So, let's do this again. Let's check this out. All right. I don't need shadows, so let's turn that off. I'm going to turn anti-aliasing on minimum. Effects quality, I'll do low. I want to leave that at tessellation level. What is that? Let's just do this. Let's try it again. One cool thing I like about this engine that they're using here is you can actually, you don't have to restart the game. A lot of games make you, after you change the graphical settings, make you restart, so that's pretty cool. So it didn't really harm the graphics so much. You can see that anti-aliasing is reduced, but closer I'm at, look at this, I'm in the 40s here, so that's beautiful. I'm probably going to play around here, which is right around 30, which is exactly the bare minimum where you want to play. Alright, so that's good shit. Alright, I do have artillery. It's a tank, right? Yeah. Oh, this is cool. Check this out. If you go over, it hovers what kind of unit it is. So check this out. Look at the left side of the screen. Kind of... See? I like that. Kind of lets you know what kind of unit you have. I definitely want some artillery. How much detail do they have in the unit? How much is these units? I'm trying to remember. Alright, so that's my prestige. That's like basically my money. This is how many units I can have. So I'm going to probably choose, I don't know. Let's do one of these. Do I click and drag? Forgot it's been a couple of days. Oh, there we go. Alright, so that's all I need to do. Damn, I'm trying to remember how you freaking undeploy. No, I want to deploy again. Do I click and drag? Daggone. Alright, let's try this a different way. I remember there was a way that you can... Oh, my bad. Alright. I thought this was the purchase screen. This is the toggle unit screen. Okay. So these are the units that I currently have that it's going around. Alright, good to go. This is where I purchased. I thought this was the purchase screen. Alright, my bad. My bad on that. So, let's start this up here. I definitely want to use the artillery to kind of pound my way in. So I'm probably going to move that somewhere around here. I got some cavalry here. Infantry, and a whole shit ton of... Alright, let's begin this. We're good. Yeah, this is fine. Alright. So first thing I want to do... Brest is going to be a bitch to take. What I'm thinking here, since I have access, what if I go through here, right, come around this side, and then flank them and attack them from both sides? I'll leave 1 or 2 tanks here. So let's do that. Shit. Boom. Alright. This is a recon, right? Okay, good. Thank you for that. Now, one thing I wish in this game is whatever selection you make, right? So, for example, I have this. If I have the unit go here, even though it has enough movement points to go here or here, whatever decision you make that's the decision. You don't have a second choice, right? So, I mean, I'm assuming you can do an undo, but it would be cool if I can select this and still have some of the unit, selection, where I can go after that. I can keep selecting until I run out of unit movement points. Nice, okay. Let's hit some Stukas. Boom shakalaka. Alright, and then this is a fighter, I think, yep. Knocking the Red Air Force out of the sky, boys. Alright, and then fuel, ammo, and then here are the unit details. Soft attack, hard attack. Now the one thing I need to do before I even probably begin a real campaign, since I'm just playing this just for shits and giggles, just to give you guys a preview, I'm probably going to want to go over all the tanks of whatever nation. When I finally get the actual game, I'm going to go over all the tanks, and then which ones are the best, which ones are good, for supporting infantry, all that stuff. I want to go over all that goodness. Let's hit here. Boom shakalaka. Now that leads me to my next point, which I mentioned earlier in this video. I want to find a really good... Oh, that's an artillery. My bad. Shit. I want to find a really good, what do you call it, documentary for -4, -3 for the World War II. Now I've watched pretty much all of them, all the major good ones. So I'm hoping you guys know of any ones that I didn't see. Now the big one that I really like is World at War. And obviously I've seen the other more modern ones, which is World War II in HD. So I've seen those. PF 109. But I want like one that really goes into detail. And I could have sworn when I was a kid, like maybe back in the 80s or 90s, there was this documentary I remember seeing on the History Channel when the History Channel first showed up, back in the day. Here's good. That they had this really amazing. That's all they had. They started the History Channel back in the day when we first got cable, and the only actual content they had was like documentaries that were already existing. I remember they showed this World War II documentary that was legit, like amazing. It went into so much detail. This is Warsaw. What city is this? I think this is Warsaw, right? No, it's gonna tell me right here. Bielsko. I'm not gonna pronounce that properly. Alright, let's bring these tanks here. I'll send 1 or 2 units down here. Rip these guys a new asshole. Shit, -5, look at that. Let's do this. Nice, and then you, my friend, are gonna... Beautiful. I like those odds. Let's do that. So yeah, I wanted to find a really great, what do you call it, documentary. I found like one or two on YouTube, and there was this guy, I forgot his name. Daggone, it's eluding me. Hopefully I'll put it in the comments or something like that if I remember. But yeah, he does a really good in-depth, like he focuses on like Operation Barbarossa, right? And his video series are like hours and hours and hours. And I love, and he goes into so much depth about like which corps, which division, all this stuff. I love that. So I'm trying to find a really great documentary or YouTube channel that goes into really, really great detail and has good storytelling narratives, you know? Yeah, I'm not doing that shit. Alright, I think I moved everybody. Alright, and then this is where you buy units and such. Grenadier, look how many different units. And I love that they got the actual names, like, you know, I'm not going to be able to pronounce that. I'm assuming that's oh no, that's Grenadier. Bro, I'm not going to be able to pronounce that. Fallschmager. Grenadier, that's easy. Rare marked infantry, okay. Pioneers. I love that they went to so much detail. Check this out, all these different units. I love it, man. You can see my frame rate dropped to like 6. I know in this screen here it just takes so much. I'm assuming because it's loading these models. And it's probably loading the full model, you know, like the full megabyte version instead of like a reduced down version. Or like a screenshot. This is probably just the full 3D model. That's probably what's taking some. I'm gonna just do that. I know some of you guys are gonna be like, "What the fuck? I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't add that in." Fuck it, I'll just do that. And then we're gonna put this guy. Let's do up front here. Cool. All right. So one other cool thing you're gonna see in this is the planes here. Oh, first thing I really love is you can double stack units. So this aerial asset can go on top of this unit. Huge props. I love that. There's some games that you cannot have a aerial unit on top of a land unit, which I don't know why, but some of my favorite games do that. I'm just like, you know, drives me nuts. So I'm gonna leave you here. And then the other cool things that I like is supply is really big in this game. So you got to maintain your supply lines. Ooh. -5. -2, -2. Ooh. -2. Oh, this is where the bad shit happens. Well, that's not too bad. Shit, they took more losses. I do notice in this game sometimes, like, the tanks would take more losses going after infantry or cavalry, which is kind of odd. You would think tanks would rip right through. I remember in my previous build, previous play in January, I had tanks going up against like cavalry and taking heavy losses. Like right here, a cavalry attack against this 24 BT7, they would lose more. Just kind of odd. You know, like here, they would lose more. Infantry going after a tank, I don't know, it's just odd. I'm assuming there's a reason for that I'm not familiar with. Okay. Oh, I don't have any freaking shit. So that's one thing I need to get. I need some aerial assets, tactical bombers. I need a Stuka. Can I get 2? No. Purchase. Alright. Put you right here. And I can't use you this turn right now. Alright. I'm going to use some... Ooh, love these odds. Boom! Alright. Push. Alright, and then what is this? What kind of unit is this? Ah, this is kind of like an APC. Again, I am not familiar with all the... Like the Panzer IV Mark IV, I know that. Let's do this. Ooh! There we go, that's what I'm talking about. Can I get some infantry to... No. Love that you can go above this. Beautiful. Another thing I love about this game is while other units are engaging, you can actually select another unit and move them while like this one's attacking that. That's another cool thing I like about this game. 2 out of 2. Ooh. I'm gonna do that. This guy's encircled. Beautiful. Ooh. See, it's hard to, I mean, if you guys can give me some feedback on why like an infantry unit attacking a tank. I'm assuming maybe because maybe just early in the war, Soviets didn't know how to deal with, I guess, infantry, so they lost more tanks. It's the only thing I can think of. Alright, and I got a Stuka here, right? Oh yeah, let's do this guy. Boom! Now, one thing I also really enjoy about this game is that for my aerial assets, oh nice, good. For my aerial assets to keep up with my troops, right, I have to make sure I take airfields, right? And I believe in the previous version of the game, you can have like your planes kind of move along with your infantry, and it didn't kind of make sense, right? Like, obviously it's a game, and maybe, I guess maybe nobody thought of it, or we just got so used to it. But in this game, they've added in more realism. So now your planes at the end of the turn have to go back to this air base. Now, if your troops are all the way out here and the planes don't have that range, then you're kind of screwed, right? So you got to make sure that you plan to take aerial bases. So this way your planes can keep up. Let's do this. All right. Ooh, I like this. Boom. And then, oh, this is another. There's so many amazing features in this game. Check this out. So now, if you select infantry, right? This is them moving. Like the circles here are them moving, like by foot. Anything here shows that you're actually pulling from from like vehicles. So I really love that. All right, where can I put you guys? Let's. I can hear my little one in the back. He's teething, so he's not in the best of moods. Got 1 or 2 teeth coming in. I wish there was something I can do, but well, I love how far this guy can go out. Zoom! What means that? Recon, baby. Recon. Let's bomb this guy. Alright, good to go. I think that's about it, right? I got money and I'm maxed out at units. Here they go. They're trying to... Shit. Whoa. Wow, -5. You know, I wonder, just out of curiosity, I wonder if there's a way you can like do NATO units. You know, instead of like a graphical like unit like this, maybe just have a NATO tag. And in that case, you could probably get more frame rate. You know, better frame rate. You'd probably even go into 40s or 50s for those of us without a GTX 2080. You know, like Historical Gamer has. Alright. One of my compadres got a nice graphics card. I love black coffee. Alright, what are we up to now? What are we up to? Damn, why? I gotta right click out of there. Okay. Let me get some of these frackers. Knock this guy out of the air. -6, beautiful. Love it, want more of it. Who? BF 109s, what can I do with you? Ooh, I definitely need to get you up here. Ooh. -3, -1. -1. Let's do this. Shit. Ah, man. I wish there was like a way that I can have this unit go here and then come this way. I want to get that flag. Will it do it for me? Nah. I wonder if you could set up like waypoints here and then go there, kind of thing. -2. Let us cut them off. There's a road here. See, this is what I would love to. What if I hold shift? Will that do it? No. I know, I think in Hearts of Iron, if you hold shift, you can, or Paradox games, you can hold shift, you can click here, and then click again here to move unit there and then there. I'm assuming there's probably a hotkey. Let's check it out. Oh, I thought there was going to be a little... nope. Okay. I was hoping for like a little bit of, like a cheat hotkey kind of thing. Like, hey, by the way, if you want to do this... let's do this, I think. -3, -2. Should still cut them off. Beautiful. -6, shit. That's bad. -4, good, good. -3, -4, I like that. Boom! I really like the graphical animations. Alright, I think I'm out of guys, right? I got a Stuka up here. Oh yeah, boy, you going out. -2. -6, check that out. That's going to be really bad for me if I do that. -2. Let's move up. How bad? You can't attack, right? No. Alright. I like what I see. This guy's a recon. Oh, he would be very good for... Let's do that. Ah, shit, I should have had artillery support. Alright. Really love that you can do this. Give you a heads up a little bit more on the battlefield. Look at this. Minsk. Damn, this is a big map. Check this out. This goes all the way to Minsk. All the way from... This is Brest, right? No, Bielatsky, whatever. This is a Brest fortification here. And Warsaw. Warsaw to Minsk. Nice. Alright. Did I use everybody? Alright, I think we have finished everybody's turn. Let's do a little bit more recon. Okay, give me nothing new. Shit. Love these animations, man. And the sound effects are really good. Whoa, shit, -9. Frack me. Oh. I should have probably had him over here. I lost an entire freaking unit. Oof. Definitely not good. Look at this. I do like that it stays on the battlefield. Look at this. Really like that it stays on the battlefield. That's good. Kind of makes you remember your stupid ass mistakes. Alright. Let us bring in the support. I always forget, just rush the infantry. We gotta make sure I focus on the supports. Knock that guy out of the sky. You, sir, are going... Frack. Shit. What else? -2, -2. Let's hit here. -3. How much does that unit have? 11 out of 15. Shoot. The unit's going to be a pain in the ass to take out. Beautiful. I love that when you overrun a unit, you can attack again. That's awesome. I'm assuming you can't, right? So this is where it would be handy to have this guy. Shit. So let's rebase him. I need you to go over here. -1, -2. I'm actually going to use him as a recon. Let's just do that. Oh, there's nobody here. Beautiful. That's the way I like it. Beautiful. Nice! Kick them out of that freaking town. Can I follow up? No, I can't. I'll use these guys. Beautiful! And they surrendered. I'm not doing too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Nice. And that's the Panzer Mark III, right? Let's move forward. Should probably not rush, but I feel good. I feel like I could take on the entire Soviet army. Beautiful. Cut off. -7. Ooh. In the open. Beautiful. Some good stuff, man. Some good stuff. Where's that plane? There we go. There we go. All right. Send you support. Timing is key, so I'm gonna freaking push forward as fast as possible. -8, dang. Daggone. If I go around it, maybe I can just go around it. Might be better. What do you guys think? What do you think I should invest in? I like this guy. So many stats here. Alright, so max ammo, max fuel, max strength, slots, good. Movement type. There's so many stats. I love it. That's one thing they brought over from Panzer Corps 1. I love that. Target type, naval attack. Oh, he could actually attack naval. Check that out. Soft attack and then hard attack. Those are the key things I want to look at. Whew. Yeah, I definitely want this guy. But I can't afford it, right? Can only do that. Shit, forget it. Alright. You know, I've been wondering. I want to actually go to Europe soon, probably like within the next couple of years, and visit some of the historical battlefields, right? The only thing about that is I wonder if a lot of the historical battlefields are preserved. You know what I'm saying? Like -2. Because I know here in the US, nice. I know here in the US, jeez man, -5. If I go around, maybe I can't cut them off because there's a marsh here and everything. See, this is where I need aerial assets, but I don't have the range. I'm gonna have to use this. Or there's aerial base there. Move them there. There we go. Move 2. But yeah, I know here in the U.S. At least I know that we have like a problem here in the U.S. where our national battlefields are getting bought up by private investors. You know, I was watching a documentary where they were talking about it. I forgot which battle was it. I think it was Shiloh, right? And I believe it was Shiloh. It was one of the battles in that region, and they were talking about they were going around it. It might have been Chattanooga or Chickamauga. I don't remember, one of those. And they were going around the battlefield, and they were saying this is the problem. They were showing a part of the battlefield. It might have been the Hornet's Nest or something. And they turned the camera around, and there was like a Sonic, like right there, you know, and I know here in the U.S. we have that thing where we're losing battlefield spots. Oh shit! I should have fucking got that. He thought that guy was mine. But yeah, we're losing battlefield spots to private investment. They were actually trying to do that around here in Hampton Roads area. We have Yorktown, and they were going to set up a condo complex, like probably like 6 buildings, on the Yorktown battlefield. Literally, if you're standing right where I would say the American line was, the second siege line, you would look to your left at maybe 50 or 70 yards away, shorter than a football field, you would see just nothing but a massive condo complex. And one big thing that I really love is the Civil War Trust. I think they're called American Battlefield Trust now, but they buy up land nationwide. And, excuse me, I gotta get a swig of my coffee. They buy up battlefields nationwide, and they buy it up, and then what they do is they sell it to the National Park Service for like $1, right? And it adds to the battlefield. And I really love it because they try to do that here in Yorktown multiple times. And then Gettysburg. Gettysburg was the big one. Now, I'm a huge Gettysburg fanatic, I would say. You know, I studied the battle shit ton, you know. I should move here. Can I move an attack? Yes, I can. But yeah, so Gettysburg, I didn't realize has been on their siege for quite a bit, because I think it's for like a decade now. You have these companies, or there's one financial investment firm that's been trying to put a casino on Cemetery Ridge. And we're not talking about like on the outskirts of Cemetery Ridge, you know, like part of the battlefield where only like a few hundred soldiers were, you know, with really no conflict, no like blood was shed. No, we're talking slap right dab, right where Pickett's Charge went across. They're going to put a casino right across from where Pickett's Charge was going to be. So if you wanted to go from the Rebel line to the Union line and like redo Pickett's Charge your own way, you know, like follow in the footsteps, you would run into the casino building. And it drove me nuts. So I became a member of the Civil War Trust, now about American Battlefield Trust, and gave them money and became part of the, I think it's called the Gettysburg Foundation. I give them money, try to freaking have them stop this shit, because it's freaking ludicrous, whatever. Shit. Ambush. Fuck. I didn't think anyone was gonna be there. Let me do some more recon. Actually, you know, go here. I wonder if there's a max on how many units you could put on a base. We will see. Looks like I put a shit ton. But yeah, so the Gettysburg Foundation, I give them money, and it drives me crazy, and that we have companies that do this. I just don't understand. It's absolutely nuts. Oh, -5. -3. Do I have any? Oh, I have aerial assets, but they're over there. And there was this one time I was at Gettysburg. Let's end this turn. I think it was like last year. It might have been last year, the year before. And this was their most recent attempt to try to put a casino there. And they were trying to put it by Culp's Hill, right? They were like, all right, well, we won't do a Cemetery Hill, but we'll do it at Culp's Hill. And I'm like, why do you got to do it here? And apparently the reasoning was that, well, it's going to increase traffic at Gettysburg. It'll probably increase traffic, yes. But you're just going to desecrate the ground. You're going to put a freaking gambling thing in Gettysburg. And, like, Gettysburg is a place where you go and you remember and you learn about what happened there. People, troops that paid the, I'm trying to remember the exact wordage, the last full measure of the, to their cause, and put a casino there. It's just, uh, uh. So I was at the bar. I was having a drink. Let me move attack first. I was having a drink at this bar that I go to over there. Let me freaking hit this guy. It's called the if I can't, O'Rourke's. That's the bar I go to. And I was having a drink there, and there was this guy. It was like noon, and there was no one in the bar. So he looks at me and he's just like, "Where are you from?" And I'm like, "I'm from Brooklyn," And he's like, "You here for learning about the? I think it was the reenactment time. I don't know. I forgot what fucking was going on, but I was like, yeah, and I think I told him I forgot we got on the subject of the casino. Might have been talking about politics or some shit. Anyway, nice. Check this out. Beautiful. That's what I'm talking about. So we somehow got on the freaking topic of the casino. And I mentioned, I was like, it's freaking crazy that a casino is going over here. And he's a local. I mean, he's like around 15, 20 minutes out of the town. He was just like, yeah, but we need the jobs. And I'm like, okay, I understand that. But you're going to desecrate this battlefield? And you're just like, look, it's not going to do anything. It's good. It's just like, we need the jobs, and it's not going to be that much of an issue. And I'm like, I didn't want to fucking start like a huge fucking thing, so I kind of dropped it. But at the same time, I was fucking pissed. I was like fucking livid. I was like, you really think it's gonna be fine? Like, the fuck is wrong with you? It's just like, well, I appreciate it, the historical context of things and all. And I wanted to fucking tell him, like, I don't think you fucking do, because honestly, dude, if you're willing to sell out your town to a fucking casino just to make some extra bucks, right, taxes or whatever, fucking more jobs, I understand the need for jobs and everything like that, but there comes to a point where it's just like, you're gonna sell out your town like that, there's other ways to fucking get jobs. Many other ways. And if you can't figure out a way to get a job without bringing a casino in here, then I don't know what to tell you. But you can go to college, or you could just take online courses, learn how to do video editing, coding. I mean, tons of things that you could do from home. Shit. Yeah, definitely hit this guy. But yeah, that's just, I guess, my 2 cents right there. It just drove me nuts that the guy was just willing to be like, yeah, it's no big deal. I respectfully disagree. And that's one. I guess that's why I have such a love for like Slytherin. Because if you guys are not familiar, they came out with a game a couple years ago with Ajod called Civil War II, and I remember purchasing the game. It's actually one of my favorite Civil War games. It's actually my favorite Civil War game, number one. It's a game I constantly play. And one of the things I remember after buying the game and going into the main screen said, it had something in the top left and it said Civil War Trust. And basically, because I bought the game, or if you buy the game, they donate a portion of the proceeds to the Civil War Trust, which I thought was freaking awesome. I thought that was freaking amazing. I'm going to lose this guy. He's cut off, right? Yeah, he is. Shit. Yeah, but that stuff worries me, you know, but like losing our national battlefields really worries me. When you put stuff like that ahead of, you know, your heritage, it's like, it bothers me a lot. Boom shakalaka. Love this freaking unit. Sturm Panzer. Love that. Alright, where can I put you? Do you have range here now? Five and 2, 4 and 0. Let's just bring infantry here. You know, I'm just gonna go around. Fuck this shit. I should actually put more guys up front and attack Minsk from 2 ways. Not bottleneck them here. It's freaking stupid that I'm doing that. Very, very stupid. Let me cross here. Move this guy here. The 2 Panzer units. Infantry. I'll bring cavalry around too. Attack Minsk from 2 directions. Alright. Oh shit. Fucker. See, I'm Russian. As I can see the time here, it's 53. I don't want to make this video too long. This will be my last opportunity to play this game for a couple of weeks, which is gonna suck. If I do this, I don't know if I can cut this guy off. Boom. Boom. This town's gonna be a bitch to get through. Shit, let me get some recon. That's it? They got nothing. They got nothing between me and Minsk. Beautiful. Let's replace. Oh, and the cool thing about this is you can do replace or elite replace, which is all. Oh wait, what is this? Different mode of operation. Ooh, you can make it an anti-tank. That's cool. All right, that's cool. I like that. -1. That's nothing. There we go. Alright, I think I'm going to do one last turn here. Let's do this. This is a anti-tank, right? Alright, one last turn. What town is this? Oh, fuck! Kicked my ass with that. Oh, what kind of... There's an animation. Do you see this? Is that... I'm assuming it's snowing or something? Was that? No, it's across the entire battlefield. I want to know what that is. That's weird. Is that rain? See, this is when you want to have like the graphics full on. Let's take a look at this. All right, I'm gonna turn everything back on. Hopefully, it doesn't crash the game. Graphic quality. Let's see if I can remember everything. All right, resume game. Might be a graphical issue. Like I said, this is still beta, so. But it's weird because it's more here than here. Huh, that's weird. Alright, I think I'm gonna save it here. Oof, definitely got to get the frame rate. You can see it's. Let me double check, make sure. I'll put everything on high. Don't crash, my friend, don't crash. You can see the frame rate dropping. Oof. I want to see what. I'm assuming it's a graphic. Alright, so being at max. I can still see it. I think it's supposed to be rain or something. Because you can. I'm assuming it's particle effects. It's not here. Right? But it is here. Huh. I gotta figure out what that is. I don't know if it's I know in my previous game that I played that used the Unity engine, I did get some weird graphical issues. But yeah. Alright. I'm gonna leave it off here, guys. So overall, to be honest, guys, I really can't wait till this game comes out. You know, this is the Panzer Corps that I really want. And I love the first one, don't get me wrong, but look how beautiful this is. It's gorgeous. But yeah, so a couple things that I would like to see added to this game, either through a DLC or something like that, would be, you know, like being able to use NATO symbols. That would be cool. Let's see what else. Yeah, just basically NATO symbols. I would like to have an because sometimes I like going back and forth. Sometimes I like NATO symbols. Sometimes I like these graphical things here. So, but overall, like I really enjoy this game. I really love it. It's you know, between the graphics, the realism, you know. Oh, I forgot the other thing that I really like. You can split units. So like, click this guy, and then you can split it into. I love that. So there's a lot of like amazing things in this game. You know, I mentioned realism a second ago, like have the planes assigned to an air base instead of just, you know, being alongside land units and never having to like, well, land and refuel. So I really love that. Add realism. I had to take this airport, this air base here, so I can gain access to be able to just, you know, have access to Minsk. So that's really cool. I like that. Alright guys, I'm gonna leave it off here. I hope you enjoyed this. I definitely did. And catch you in the next one. See you then.